Hey everyone, I'm Paul, also known as Pabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Meddler. Today is May 4th. May the 4th be with you, if you observe.
I observe.
Alright, anyway, we're here to talk about Season 2, Act 2.
To kick things off, we wanted to give you a little bit of info about our new champion Locke, who will be slinging nails and taking names on the Rift in patch 2613.
It's not time for Locke to step completely out of the shadows just yet. But let's just say that if you're a fan of assassins who offer high burst if you get your setup right, Locke might be your next main.
Outside of Locke though, we have an update to Áram Mayhem, and the team will talk about that right now.
Howdy gamers, I'm Riot Phlox.
And I'm Eduardo Riot Cadmus Cortejoso, and we're here to talk to you about Áram Mayhem.
To start, we just wanted to let you know that it's been such a fun ride working on Mayhem since its launch in October. You've all been playing a ton, and we've had a lot of fun watching your highlights, like being the tiniest little Twitch and living your ultimate rat life.
We're also working on some planned updates for 2026 right now, and have just started talking about what 2027 could look like as well. Speaking of which, let's talk about the update that will be going live in 2612, as well as some of our longer term goals for updating Mayhem moving forward.
First up, we're removing the trait system. Our intention was to give you more ways to strategize when picking augments. Plus, it could provide some wacky alternative playstyles you'd never think of, like Stackosaurus Yumi, for example. But rather than providing increased strategy, it often felt like you lost options because it was trolling not to choose a traded augment. And on top of that, beyond this illusion of choice, it just feels giga bad in games where you just get unlucky and can't level up any of your traits.
At the same time, we know that some of the trait effects have actually been really fun to play around. So while we're scrapping traits, their effects will continue to live on in the form of new augments.
So don't worry. You'll still get to go wee woo, or get an absurd amount of stacks in your game.
Outside of removing traits, we've also got some changes to augments, including around 50 new ones. And in addition to more of the augments that you've come to know and love, we're also adding an entirely new kind of augment, ability augments.
These ability augments will help enhance champ abilities, and can manifest very differently depending on which champion takes them. One example is multi-shot, which splits projectiles, shooting them in different directions. So if you take this on Blitzkrieg, you might grab over half the team in one hook.
Or if you take it on Vel'Koz, you can fire 3 plasma fissions, with each splitting into 2, so you can do some next level geometry and proc your full passive in one ability with the proper triangulation. Our goal for Mayhem is to keep the fun, fast-paced experimentation while adding a healthy amount of variety with each update. We'll be doing these thematic updates with augment drops, balance updates.
Balance within reason.
And within reason. And we'll continue to experiment above all else.
We want Mayhem to be home for the memers, the dreamers, and everyone who just wants to find that chaotic fun that the mode can offer.
That's just scratching the surface for what we have planned for Mayhem, but you can find more in the new dev blog that we released today.
In other Áram related news, we're going to try something out in a couple of regions for a few patches. It's a thing you can buy for 1350 RP called Áram Wardrobe. It lasts for 30 days and lets you use most epic tier and below skins, released before 2026, in Áram and Áram Mayhem.
We'll be testing in Oceania and Brazil, so let us know what you think, whether you get the chance to try it out or if you just have questions and thoughts. Okay, speaking of skins, you know what Season 2 really needs, Andre?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're going to suggest, Paul.
Demons! At the beach.
Hue, Brand, and Prestige LeBlanc will be coming out in the Sinful Shores skin line in patch 26.12.
And after that, we'll have High Noon skins for Akshan and Locke, as well as Broken Covenant skins for Aurora, Shen, and Jin, who will be our MSI RevShare skin.
Then in July, we'll have the 2025 World's Winners skins, and our Victoria skin for Season 2 will be everyone's favorite knife cat, Rengar.
Alright, shifting gears a bit, we want to talk about a new, old, experimental rank queue that we're trying out.
Ranked 5s will be running at set times on weekends from June 26th to September 6th. We know that for a lot of you, playing as a full 5-stack is how you most love to play League, and we want to explore more ways to give 5-stacks shared competitive experiences outside of Phlox, which isn't always against full groups.
Although you'll need a full group to queue, you won't always have to use the same group every time, so you're free to play around which of your friends are online, rather than needing to pre-schedule with your squad. And if your group has a pretty wide range of ranks, don't worry. There won't be any restrictions on group ranks, so you'll be able to queue with any of your friends.
Now, you might be wondering, why just set times on weekends? To get a really good Ranked 5s experience, we need to match equal skill teams together. When we previously had Ranked 5s as a queue that was on all the time, we didn't consistently have teams of similar skill queuing up at the same time. That led to some pretty uneven matches, which caused people to stop queuing up, further exacerbating the problem. Therefore, windowing helps us get both better matchmaking and better queue times.
In addition to better matches, this allows you to find games faster, with more people playing at the set time. We're still experimenting with the queue, and we'll see how it performs, and of course, keep an eye on your feedback as we go.
You can learn more about it in our dev blog that's out now, so be sure to check it out. Next, we want to talk a little bit about some additional improvements we're making around game. We've been doing work over the past few months on penalties for disruptive and harmful communication, and starting this act, you'll be able to directly report abusive communications in your DMs.
We're also working on a new system that will make it easier to track what honor-related systems you do and don't have access to, like honor rewards for the Battle Pass, chat restrictions, or queue restrictions. We'll be tying this into some upcoming future features as well.
And finally, before we go, we wanted to talk a little bit about MSI.
MSI will take place in Daejeon, South Korea at the Daejeon Convention Center 2 from June 28th through July 12th. It'll be broken down into 2 stages, play-ins from June 28th to July 1st, and brackets from July 3rd through 6th and July 8th through 12th, with the finals taking place on July 12th.
Play-ins will use a 4-team double elimination format, after which the top team in each group will qualify for brackets. The 7 teams that skip play-ins are the first seed from each region, as well as BLG, who of course won first stand in Brazil earlier this year. If you're attending in person, keep an eye out for some of the dev team who will be attending the Fan Festa. Be sure to come on over and say hey. You'll be there, right, Paul?
I sure will, Andre. So if you see me, don't be shy. Come on up and say hi.
Love the rhyme.
Thank you. We'll also be doing pick'ems and crystal ball for MSI this year. So start thinking about your picks before they open on June 17th. And be sure to tune into finals, where we'll have a sneak peek at some of what we have coming for season 3.
Alright, that's it for us today. Be sure to check out the dev blogs, send us some Locke fan art when he's out, and we'll see you on the Rift, or causing some chaos and mayhem.
Bye.
Thank you all.
You're good.